Hi everybody, wanted to do another quick one about another movie I saw. This one I saw last night. This one is sort of an independent film. I don't know where it came from, but I found it online. So it's made in 2024, like I said. Okay, and I've seen this acting couple, and they always astound me because they're unlike most people I've seen. They like working with each other, and I've seen them. They act a lot in the Hallmark movies or Lifetime. Well, no, more Hallmark than Lifetime. But their names are Alexa and Carlos Panaveda. Um, okay, so in this one, they play Mason and Danny. Mason Bradley and Danny. Danny didn't get a last name. Okay. So it follows them because they were engaged, but then they broke up because they figured they would go different paths. But their families always kept in touch with each other. And then the pivotal moment is Mason is a successful lawyer in Manhattan, and he loses his brother and sister-in-law in one accident. So they had two kids, AJ and Ruben. So then the brother decided to make him the guardian. So now he has to take care of two kids. And let's just say it wasn't his like plan, right? Um. Okay. So we see him struggling, because he's got a successful long career, but it's very demanding, and he lives in a apartment in New York, and they don't allow children, and there's a lot of stringent rules, and the landlady, Mrs. Malik, does not like him because she is convinced at first that he has a cat in his apartment and no pets are allowed. And then when she finds out that he has children there, apparently the maximum occupancy is two. So now there's three, right? Okay. So, but also there's a clause in the will that says if he's unwilling or unable to take care of the kids, he can designate a person to take care of the kids in his place. So after all the trouble, or while all the trouble, um, he denotes his ex-fiance Danny to take care of the kids because it wouldn't uproot them. They'd be able to stay in the same place, have their friends, all the things, right? But then they think that he's rejecting them and that he doesn't want them anymore and that they did something wrong, which is not the truth. So we see after an hour and a half that, things happen and hilarity ensues kind of because he has to have a babysitter, but the babysitter he chooses is a younger girl who's going to movie makeup school. Where they teach you how to put on the bruises and things, and then when he's in a pinch, he calls her, and she's gonna be a little late or whatever. Well, she shows up in full makeup, so she doesn't look like she's a normal person. So then, so then the cops get involved because apparently somebody thinks there's neglect and there's not, but you know. Um okay. So then the kids are upstate with Danny, and finally Mason comes to his senses and says, I really love her and I never stopped. And one of his boss, a lady, says, you shouldn't give up on having a family, and it'll slow down your track, but you can't get these years back. So he takes a leave of absence for I don't know how much time, a little bit of time. So he goes upstate. He goes and knocks on the door, and she's surprised to see him, and you know, and he says, "I'm so sorry. I always loved you." And so they get back together, but it takes 2 hours. But um, like I said before, it's really nice. I mean, it's a nice family comedy. You can sit down or comedy drama. You can sit down with your family and watch it. And these two, Alexa Panavega and Carlos, are really good to watch because you can see they really love each other. So yeah, I'd give this one 4 stars. I'd watch it again. So, alright guys.